Hey everybody! Today's video, I want to just share some ideas and ways that you can show someone some love this week in honor of Valentine's Day. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to The Recycled Mom. I'm Darlene Taylor. And in honor of Valentine's Day this week, I just wanted to share some thoughts and ideas and ways that you would be able to show someone your appreciation, your thankfulness, gratefulness to others in not just in your home, but people that you work with, people that you do business with out in your community, or just, going down the grocery line, wherever it is that you run errands and you deal with the necessary people of life. So I wanted to just share some of these ways with you. We live in such a self-centered world, and one of my goals is to, pay attention to others, to live an intentional life of looking at others, being other-centered in this self-centered world that we're living in. I recently traveled to Atlanta for a wedding planners conference, and when I was traveling, I had made a point to tell others in the service positions that I really appreciated what they do. I have been there, worked many jobs in my life, waiting tables, cleaning, polishing floors, in a grocery store. Did I say cashier already? I worked at McDonald's. I was in retail for many years, and I was also a performer on stage. And even then, that is a service. People think it's entertainment, and that's not really serving you, but it is really. I was on stage for others. I was singing for others. It's for their entertainment. They were entertained at my expense. I wanted to make sure that I just took a moment to thank that person for what they do. In the hotel that I stayed at in Atlanta, there were two girls that were in the local cafe that they had down in the lobby. These two girls never heard of the bulletproof coffee that I drink on my keto diet. They had never heard of it. They never heard anything like it about what, you put butter in coffee? Yes, we do, honey. And they were a little confused about that. And I said, trust me, I'm going to tell you how to make it. So I'm going to be with you for the next few days, and I'm going to tell you how to make it, and I bet you'll never forget how to make it again. They made it. It was perfect. I thanked them. I gave a little tip for them, because they were taking care of me, and they were doing something that was a little bit different than just making a regular drink on the menu. So, I just made sure to thank them. I took a selfie with them, and it was so cool to be able to thank them and show my appreciation for them. And they were like, wow, that brightened their day. Another instance was that I was in the airport, and I was using the restroom in the airport, and when you walked in and out, there was a little computer screen about the size of an iPad mini. It was a touch screen, and you could rate how the restroom was. How was this restroom when you used it today? It had a green, happy, smiley face, and then it had a yellow face, and then it had an angry face. I made sure I tapped on that little thing because I know as a business person that I like that kind of feedback. It lets me know how I'm doing. There was this lady there, and she was standing with her cleaning cart. She would say hello every now and again to people, and I made sure that I said hello to her. When I came out and I was washing my hands, and I saw her kind of sweeping up things and stuff, and she was going back to her cart and stocking things. I just made a point to stop, and I told her that I appreciated her for what she did, and I hoped that she would have a good day. She about fainted, and but I'm sure that's a thankless job. There are a lot of thankless jobs out there, but I just wanted her to know that I appreciated her taking care of a bathroom. that didn't have paper towels everywhere and the sinks were clean. And so she was very appreciative of that, and I could tell it was a bright spot to her day. So just a couple things that I did that I know was a benefit, and it made me feel good too. I'm that type to go up to and say, hey, how you doing? You okay? Or send you a text. Hey boo, how you doing? And or I'll check in on social media with you and just, if I haven't heard from you in a while, and I'll check on you. So I wanted to share that, to be able to share also some other ways that you can spread the love in honor of Valentine's Day. But I think it's something that we can do not just for Valentine's Day. I think it's something that we can make a practice and do every day, of just being grateful and appreciative of others. Be on time for appointments that you have this week, or anytime you have an appointment. Got to go to the dentist, got to go to the doctor, got to go to the hairdresser, or whatever kind of appointment that you make. Or if you have someone is coming to your home, like cable guy, make sure that you are ready for them. If they're coming to your home, be on time as far as being ready for them and to welcome them when they arrive. Be prepared. When you're going to the doctor or taking your kids to the doctor, and make sure that you're on time. In fact, be a little early. When I was in college and I was in a vocal jazz group in college, our director was like, to be early is to be on time, to be on time is to be late. And I'm telling you, if you were on time, that van was pulling out of the parking lot, and you were like, wait a minute. He was serious, like, hey, we're pulling out, we're leaving at 6 o'clock. Boom, you better be on the van and ready to go. So that means you need to be there at 5:45 and getting all your stuff in there and making your bathroom trips and everything. So be respectful of other people's time, okay? That's one way you can show love to someone. Another way you can show love and just appreciation to someone is engage in chit chat with them. Going down the grocery lane, you can engage in some conversation with your cashier, or maybe the people that are in line with you. Just engage in a little bit of conversation, because sometimes that just makes someone's day brighter. I was talking with somebody in a Disney forum on Facebook, and we were all talking about how, when you have to stand in line waiting for a ride for a long time, well, we would just chat with each other, while we were in line, and kind of making the time go by faster, and it just kind of brightened someone's day. And of course, I was always telling the cast members, thank you for what they do, because I've been in that position. So many people just they take you for granted. You're always on stage, you're always performing, and you've always got that smile on, but that takes a lot of effort on your part to have that smile. When I was performing, I couldn't have a bad day, and I had to check it at the door, come in and be 100% in the moment, smile on my face, 100% performance. And that takes some mental effort. So for those that are cashiers and they're behind the counter, or they're waiting tables, I think of the flight attendant, because I just recently traveled, bathroom attendant, somebody that's serving you, just engaging in a little chit chat can go a long way. You might get a little extra here and there. Maybe you need some help with some ideas of what do you chit chat about. Obviously, you don't want to be monopolizing the conversation too much that it interrupts their job, but it's something that you could do. Just say, well, hey, how long have you been doing this? Showing interest is showing love to someone, because you're asking questions, you're taking an interest in them, and that is just one way of showing love. And you don't have to, can I just say, this is probably one of the things that we really need to be doing in our homes. We get so concerned, so focused on doing things outside of our home for others, that we tend to neglect things here in the home. When it comes to mutual respect, consideration for others, we tend to not focus on the others here in our home, and these are the people that mean the most to us. So when it's your spouse, your partner, when it's your children, or whoever is in your home with you, asking questions about their day, the things that they're interested in, especially your children, and it may be things that you're not interested in, or that you may find boring. You may not find video games or Pinterest cooking or certain music, things like that. They may not be the same interest that you have. But when you sit and you just pay attention to them, give them the time of day, give them that complete focus that just makes someone feel so important. It's missing in our homes, and so we're finding that husbands and wives are disconnected from each other, and they're also disconnected with their kids because it's so much that everyone comes home and they're just thinking about getting to the next thing, or they come home from work and they're tired and they just want to don't talk to me, because I've had to talk to everybody all day. But our kids need to feel important. And I don't know about you, but I want my kids to know that I think that they're important, that mom and dad think that they're important before anybody else will, because I guarantee you, ladies, moms, grandmoms, if we aren't making them feel important, somebody else will. And the world wants their attention. It wants their focus. There are so many things that out there that are going to make them feel important, especially when they're in the tumultuous teenage years and they're looking for that, making connections with people, and they want to be heard. Plenty of people out there to listen, but I'm telling you right now, the best thing that we can focus on right now is taking an active interest in the things that our kids are interested in, because we do not have our kids for that long. It's not going to be very long, and my oldest will be out, although she says that she's never going to leave, so I don't know. But I'm telling you, because you all know, and some of you have been there, that there's going to come a point when they are gone out of your home and out of your lives as far as daily. They're gone and living their own lives for good. I would just love to see more of this in our homes. It's missing, and our kids are wanting to feel needed and heard and loved and accepted, and what better place to get that than in the home from mom and dad, or even if you're a single mom, from mom. It was just my mom and I growing up, and I tell you, she was my biggest cheerleader, and I knew that I could always go to her, and I could always felt loved and accepted from her. And she would challenge me, she pushed me a lot, but I knew that she would put down what she was doing, reading a book or whatever it was that she was doing, and she would listen to me. And I didn't understand what I was getting at the time until now that I'm an adult and a mom myself and a wife, that I didn't fully understand what I was getting then. So, side note, I sidetracked. Moms, dads, recycled moms, give your kids the love and the attention, okay? Give them that, even if it's only just hanging out with them and not saying anything, that's okay. The fact that you're hanging out with them and you sacrifice something that you wanted to do for them is huge. It speaks volumes, okay? And this goes for all of our relationships, not just parent to child. This is for everybody, because when you're dealing with clients and you're dealing with, you've got relationships, you have husband-wife relationships and sibling relationships. This applies to everything. Engaging in the little things, okay? And even if it's uninteresting to you, give them the time and listen. Okay, so I'm done preaching with that one. All right, let me see, what else did I have here? Offer a genuine thank you. When I was talking about thank yous earlier, saying I appreciate you and thank you, when you're saying thank you to someone, sorry, I'm talking with my glasses. When you say thank you to someone, a good thing to do is to point out something that you really liked about what they did. When your child has cleaned their room, mowed the lawn or something, and you say, wow, thank you for doing that. Thank you for cleaning your room. I really like how you blah, 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 blah. I really like how you made your bed this way and put your pillows here. Oh, I really like what you did with that. Oh, it was great. You did a wonderful job. Okay, offering something positive. And that goes a whole lot further than just, about time you clean your room. You know what I mean? Because then why they want to do it anymore when all you do is kind of harp at them. So, saying a thank you and then something that you appreciate about what they did is huge. It's showing love and appreciation. And then one other thing, and the last thing, is just making someone's job a little easier. For example, I am one that I take my shopping cart back to the cart corral. I know this sounds silly, but It's not been, no one's seeing me do it. I mean, if you're in the parking lot, you would see me do it, but no one is seeing me do it. I'm not doing it for, appreciation and applause or anything like that. I just know that I see those people racking up the carts in the rain, in the snow, in the 100-degree heat and humidity, and they have to go and rack up and they have to chase the carts that are all over the place that aren't in the corral. So I just make sure that when I'm done with my cart, I put it in the corral, and I know that that's going to make their job a little easier. When I see that a cashier is bogged down, if she doesn't have a bagger and I know I'm coming in with my, my grocery load for my family of 5, I will go down and I will help bag so that she can get through the order, and then we'll do it together. So I'm about making the job easier. If there's something that I can do to help you, I do it here at home. There's a man that comes and cleans our carpets periodically. I make sure that I get a lot of the furniture that I can get moved out of the way so that he doesn't have to do so much when he gets here. That's just me. If someone is coming over and they need to get under the sink, or if my husband even, I know, is going to be having to do some work, and if I can get to it, I will go ahead and pull out all the stuff from under the sink so that he doesn't have to try to fuss through it, and try to work around it. Those are just little things to make someone's job easier. So these are just some things that I wanted to give you some ideas for this week, in honor of Valentine's Day, of just showing love to others, being intentional about thinking of others, living others centered in a self-centered world. It does so much to just brighten someone's day. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It does make you feel better when you have brightened someone's day. It's very uplifting and encouraging. I would love to see more of this in our homes and out in the world. Just more consideration and gratefulness and thankfulness. Just, consideration for others. That is my Valentine's week message to everyone. And I would really love it if you would leave a comment below and let me know what are some things that you do to show love to others. I know I gave a whole bunch of things, but let me know if there are some things that I mentioned that you do. Please tell me I am not alone with the grocery shopping cart, okay? So I wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. Please like and subscribe and share this video if you think it will bless someone. Right? It's about others, right? So anyway, there's a link in the description box that will take you to all of my social media outlets, and I look forward to talking to you again. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.